Have you ever had a subscription that you were so sure it won't get doubled in a year? What if you were unable to cancel from that deal without paying penalties? How would you know the difference between owning a product and be owned by the product? I'm trying to free your mind, but I can only show you the tutorial. You're the one that has to follow it. Welcome to Control Z, a channel which can help you learn things fast without plugging anything to your neck. Okay, first things first, so I have to remove the background first. There are different ways to start, but I will begin with Flute Selection tool. Then I'm going to refine my selection, fix the outline of the profile, extract the result to another layer, turn mask on, create another layer with solid color. Black will be fine. I'll do some refinement using the brush tool on the mask to remove those transparent pixels from the selection. Now in Affinity Photo tool there is no dedicated tool that lets you write vertically, which is what I want to do now. Fortunately, there's a simple trick to get around this. I'm going to cheat the program by creating a text box in a special way. I'll make it very narrow. But first I need to switch the font to something thematic since we all live in the Matrix. You can find a link to download this font in the description below this video. The magic lies in making the box so narrow that it can fit only one letter per line. The next character will have to be placed in another row below, allowing me to create a matrix-like column of characters. Don't worry if you go beyond your canvas. I made it that way on purpose because I can grab and fit such a long line whenever I want. Just change the color to something that fits the mood. In the original footage from the movie, the code was typed vertically, resembling a falling stream of glyphs. Notably, the freshly typed character in the stream was highlighted, much brighter than the others and glowing. I want to replace that effect and apply it to the bottom letter of every column I create. I will pick the lighter color. To make this color a global one, go to Swatches panel, click the hamburger menu and choose Add Global Color. Pick the color however you want. I'm going to use the picker tool to sample this one. Point is, with a global color you can change this color later for each fill where it was used. Name it whatever you like, just in case you change your mind. Now I need to make the whole text to glow. Go to the FX icon at the bottom of the layer panel and choose Outer Glow. Just play with it until you are satisfied with the effect. Pay attention to how the aura presents against the black background. Looking at it now, I think I'd better change the space between each letter. The option to do this to go Window, Tag and Character. Now I will set the tracking to, let's say, 64. Actually, I will type the value manually. 66 points is perfect. Now for alignment. Copy it by pressing Alt or Option if you are a Mac user, just drag this column aside. The other one looks the same, so I'd better change it a bit to avoid too much repetition in the patterns I want to create. Cover the foreground with the code by repeating the process. Now I'm going to copy and resize this layer, but it must be rasterized first. Otherwise the size and alignment of the letters won't follow the transformation as I want. Keep copying and resizing. Make the layers as varied as possible. You can resize them and flip them. I grouped the code layers together and now I will apply Gaussian blur to some of them, especially those in the back, gradually to imitate depth of field. You can see how recursive the process is. Make copies, group them and copy them again. I've got this covered, and I'm going to change the opacity of all the code layers to about 54%. Some of the layers should be behind the profile, while others will cover it. So move the layers forward and back as needed. Group all the layers you've created that are in the foreground, and from the filters menu pick displays. Now the magic happens. Set the strength slightly that the letters covering the body act as if they know what's behind them and adapt to the shape. Pretty amazing, huh? Don't exaggerate so the code won't be distorted too much. Now I have to clip out the profile, so pressing Ctrl or Command, click on the miniature to select it and choose the code layer and press Mask. Pay attention right now because I need to blend the image somehow, and to do that I will copy the photo layer, make new black and white adjustment layer and mask it below. Set it on the top of the stack and then change the blend mode, which in this case is linear burn. Now I can set up the background. You know the drill. If you feel that the effect is too weak, you can tune it up by copying the result layer and just play it with its opacity to your likings. Almost ready, there are only few touches left. Well, there is a lack of the fading effect of those falling code streams like it originally was, so you can achieve this simply with adding some gradient mask. I'm gonna apply it on the background. Mask the layer and choose gradient, make it black and white and set the dark part at the top of the streams. To make the result even more realistic, you can apply a single mask for each layer of the background and vary them. And this is the Affinity result. I don't know the future of editing. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin.